Or Pina, both using Henri R9 and CR7. Of course, this is the FIFA Ultimate Team mode. They are the teams, and of course, we'll see how it plays out. There is a big advantage, as you mentioned, but it is Stefano Pina on the first attack.
Well, there was going to be a foul whistled in there. We can see the top right there, Mr. Sari calling for an early pause here. So maybe wanted to change a couple of things within his settings. But it was Pina right from the kickoff who got right up to Mr. Sari's box, but no further on than that one. And of course, you see both of these players had slightly different grip that they have on each of these controllers. Everyone has their own style.
Yeah, the claw grips is one of the common that is used. Obviously needed to use both L1 and L2, R1, R2, etc, etc. I can tell you coming into this game, there was a practice match I witnessed backstage. Dasari was, he found a poor training partner, really, in all honesty. Nicholas, he's done a few things this year. I can tell you Dasari won that game, but it could be Pina who will break the start goal. It's going to go for a corner to Stefano Pina, but it's Dasari making a couple of changes.
Yeah, and it's going to be camera settings for him, by the looks of things. Just
making it good for us, really.
Huh?
Making it better for us.
Absolutely. Just making sure that he's as comfortable as possible here on technically what is his away console on the PlayStation. We'll see how much that shows through in his game. Of course, it is a corner here for Stefano Pina. Looks like he's going to float this one straight in front post. Is the usual target. This time it's the defender that gets there first, though.
So, will Dasari get the ball out of his own box? He will do. Start his own attack. Try and build it. He's scored 70 goals throughout this tournament. Incredible stats, really. Stefano Pina, just the 54, but obviously it's what you do with them. It's all well and good smashing someone, but really you're only going to get 3 points or victory from the win, no matter how many you score. Let in. So, Dasari represented Saudi Arabia in the green as he pushes forward. Pogba through to Ronaldo. Gets a chance, but it's blocked out. It's going to be, actually, tell a lie, wasn't it? It was just an awful shot, Joe.
Yeah, just going out for the goal kick there. And you were talking about goals. MS Dasari, first quarter, round of 16 game, 5-1 he won that. 9-4 and 8-3. This is not a guy that skims by with a 1 or 2 goal advantage. This is a guy who puts a lot of goals in and defends incredibly well as well.
Absolutely. And of course, going through second in his group. Shot blocked out once again by Ramos, whereas Dasari topped out his group. Dasari on the attack once again. Quickly won back though. CR7, Pina getting involved and has had the lion's share of possession so far, something he didn't have in his semi-final against Marcuso. Very much one way for that, but this is going to be a chance. Oh, big save from De Gea, deflects off for a corner.
Yeah, taken short here almost instantly from Stefano Pina. No real options going forward. Oh, that's a dangerous ball though. No offside. Ronaldo was still in his own half. It's a 1v1 with the keeper. De Gea's come out and he's got it. Can you believe it? A golden opportunity for MS Dasari to take the lead.
I am absolutely gobsmacked first of the mistake and the through ball, and you get a one-on-one like that, it's a done deal. At this level, the amount of goals they've scored in those high-pressure situations, you just feel, and that, you know what, mentally that may actually affect Dasari. Pina, of course, is going to be thinking, I got away with this. He's got to be taking that and thinking, right, that was the risk, that was the mistake. I've got that out of my system. 28 minutes gone, time to get scoring. I'm on my home console. He's not, not an experienced Xbox player. Hasn't used the controller much. It's just going to be a default controller for him. Will be a little stiff to start with. He's going to get a chance and he needs to start scoring goals here on the PlayStation.
Still can't believe that MS Dasari didn't take that chance. Keeper brought right out. Legs to it first. Already 30 minutes gone in this one. Goalless so far. Here is Ronaldo. Both Cristiano and the Brazilian Ronaldo linking up at the front. Couldn't quite do what they wanted to with it there though. And now it's MS Dasari back with things. In theory, a draw, a 0-0 even would probably be fine for him coming off the PlayStation and then onto his home console. And I think that Spencer made a really important point that if we do go into extra time and penalties, that will be played obviously on the second console. So MS Desari, technically, if he goes that far, should have a little bit of an advantage there as well.
Yeah, and he has been fairly unstoppable on the Xbox. Did get beaten at once in the groups. There's a chance. This time he will take it. And Masada Desari will go 1-0 up against Stefano Pino on the PlayStation.
Well, already missing one-on-one chance with the goalkeeper. Not going to make that mistake a second time. And he is 1-0 up. There you can see the prize money, $400,000 in total. A staggering $250,000 goes to the winner of this game. And so far, it's MS Desari that has stamped his mark on it, picking up that first goal. Stefano, home console, has to go in at least level, you feel.
Well, you look at the semi-final, you saw Stefano Pina had to come back from 2-0 down in that matchup. Did manage to get by hook or by crook a missed penalty, a crossbar hit, a last-minute goal save. There were so many chances that just didn't go in his favour. This time it's though Desari once again didn't have the support he needed in the box. Couldn't lay that ball across, and Pina gets back on the possession, has to try and get something as half-time approaches. Neymar gonna lose the ball out here. 2 minutes extra time in the first half, Joe.
I've seen Pina obviously playing his back line a little bit further forward. I'm assuming that's gonna settle back a little bit now after that earlier scare. There is Pogba for MS Desari. Ronaldo now on the edge, managed to turn on the left here though. Manages to get down in time to shove it wide. It's the corner again for MS Desari.
Scored a few of these, didn't he, in the semi-finals? Quick inside post flick on, he's going to try it again. De Gea gets a big paw to it, and it's cleared.
Not out of danger just yet though. Marcelo now moving forward. There is Pogba, tries the ball on through. Got a lucky deflection. There's Ronaldo again on the inside of the box, but it was Ramos who got that, and as he moves away, half-time going to be whistled in, and it is 1-0. There are the statistics. 2 shots for MS Desari, 2 on target, of course, 1 of them going in. 3 shots with all 3 on target for Pino, but no goal, and that's a very similar scenario to his semi-final where he had more chances and just couldn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, and if you were to look at the clear-cut chances, obviously you'd have to look at Desari. Had that big through ball. Let's have a look at the highlights. It started off, Pina really put a lot of pressure down early on. Quick deflection, Marcelo throwing himself in front of it there to prevent the early goal. See Pino, he knows what it means. He missed chances in that semi-final and got away with it. This time, big save from De Gea, could have deflected. We've seen them going in the goal. But here, look at this, a mega chance for Desari early on, but De Gea flying out the box. And that could have easily made it 2-0.
That would have been a disastrous start for him. As it happened though, of course, there was another one-on-one with the keeper this time. He made no mistake about it. And that brings MS Desari 1-0 at half-time in the lead. 45 minutes to go on his away console. If he can hold on to this, what a fantastic start that would be.
Well, Stefano and Masada Desari both have coaches, friends, supports, everybody that just offers them, just calm the nerves down, just keep them focused. If you look at the stats, Pina had more shots. We talked about this in the game against Marcuso, and he just had to do the same. It's working. You just need to squeeze that goal in. Just the final last shot. He has the chances. Let's see if he can make the difference.
And of course, it's MS Desari to kick off in the second half. Playing things slow. Pina been behind a good few times. That hasn't seemed to have phased him before. But will the added pressure of the crowd here, the trophy just in vision on his left-hand side, that could make it all the more difficult.
It was pushed to extra time in the semi-finals with Marcuso. had to go the distance. It was the 112th minute that goal went in. This time, though, he's got to get the business done on the PlayStation. But here's MS Dasari that will score once again in the second half. A big old header coming out from R9. The double Ronaldo duo celebrating. And it's a header, just floats past De Gea into the net.
Yeah, 52 minutes in, that was a whole 7 minutes of possession in game from MS Dasari from the kickoff. Played it patiently, managed to get himself into a crossing position. Of course, the header to slot it home. And now Stefano Pina.
He's got
a job to do. He has got to get going. 55 minutes in, he's had the chances, but finds himself goalless, 2-0 behind.
We have had in the history of obviously these cross-console finals that have been happening for the last 2 years some really big turnarounds as the opposing player will go on to his opposing console, you know, something that he hasn't usually played, and then go on and score massive amounts. You know, Marcuse in the Club World Championships last year for Ron Beach, just that. There's been moments, so let's not write him off just yet, because there's a long way to go in this game. We're only at the 60-minute mark of the very first matchup. There's a full 90 minutes to be played out on the Xbox, but you really could do with a bit of a lifeline, you feel, here on the PlayStation to get yourself just that early goal, something to work in. Give him that little bit of belief, if anything, Joe.
So far, it's just not having a lot of possession. There's a great ball on through. Pogba and Ronaldo to link up. He's going to take the shot. Defender sliding in, got in the way of it though. And now for Stefano Pina. Feel needs to have some time of his own with the ball, settle any nerves, build up to a chance. There's Henry. There's Vieira and Hullet. His partnership in the middle of the park. Finding it difficult to actually get in there. There he finally does get it through. Oh, R9 almost made it through for the turn. Sergio Ramos, though, as per usual, there to annoy.
A good sign, though, for Stefano Pina, getting some good, clean passing around. That's how he managed to get himself back into it against Marcuso. Started to just get a control of the game, get a little bit of that possession back, just keep the passing going until you can work the openings. It was very close there. That was just a last-ditch tackle that stopped it. He's got to make sure he can keep his back line clear. Kyle Walker steps in, Henry back over to him. We saw a lot of this, a lot of the switch of play, left to right, switch the wings, stretch the game, work your magic and just pull the players towards you and create those openings in the middle.
That's exactly what Stefano Pina is going for here. Man up on the top side, had a bit of space there. Pina has already cued a pause for the next time the ball goes out of play. That may well be not for a little while. Not had a big chance here in quite a few minutes. Of course, Pina just losing that ball once again. He's the one chasing. No pressure on Dasari to really be pushing.
Yeah, he's building up the possession of his own here. Probably expect to see something like Mbappe coming on. A couple of changes maybe. Just don't think he's got Messi on the pitch either yet, Stefano Pina, so maybe have him come on. Oh, that's a mistake from Dasari. 12 minutes to go in this game in regulation time, along with just a few minutes of extra time. Marcelo looking to maybe pump it down the wing. He's being pressured all the way back to his own half here. As big Rio Ferdinand pulls it up to Hullet. Hullet on Hullet. Oh, and he's lost out. Saudi Arabian Al Masari just getting himself back into this one. And if it was steal another goal and make it 3-0 going over to the Xbox, it would be so much work for Stefano Pina to do.
Playing the possession game at the moment, though. They will actually get that one brought back for advantage, and finally Stefano Pina,
20 minutes later.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he called in for that one at 65 minutes or so.
So there we go.
Messi 2 minutes on the clock when it goes through.
Actually, Hazard on for Messi and Neymar coming on for MS Dasari. Meanwhile, Son and Mbappe and Messi all coming on for Stefano Pina. So big attacking changes. Staying the tactic 4-2-2-2. Both players holding the same shape.
Goal has to come for Stefano Pina. Going 2-0 down onto Desari's home console. One that you're not as accomplished as your opponent at is a difficult position to be in. $250,000 on the line. Trophy. The first name to be engraved on it as well. There's something special about that in its own.
Big support there for Masad Al-Dasari, his family sat waiting by his brother there, who was behind him when he won back in Whistler in 2017 as well. Obviously very accomplished player in FIFA, only a teenager still, Joe. It's scary really to think of, but both these players, both very young. Of course, FIFA has a wide spectrum of ages of players, obviously Dito being the oldest here. So far, champion way back in 2006. Makes me feel a little more lively. It is Al-Dasari now with the ball and 6 minutes remaining in regulation time. Trying to push forward. Can he pick up a third goal here? That looks like it's just offside. It is. It's going to give the ball to Stefano Pina. He's got 5 minutes to do something with it.
Well, the build-up has taken so long in this game for both players, honestly. Not very direct.
Oh my word, that's
two of them down there. Advantage was given, but you can see being pressured even at the back, making it more difficult for Stefano Pina to get in. Finally a run for Mbappe, maybe? No, I think he's even walked that out himself. Possession away to MS Desari. Big ball down the line for him as well, in towards Ronaldo. He's got Holly on him. He will just put that back, stays in as well. So MS Desari playing over distance. There's a lot of space on that top side. 2 minutes added on. And that means that this one is either a goal for MS Desari in the dying moments, or it ends at 2-0. It's Holly to take the shot into De Gea, who will throw it out there. And there is the final whistle here on the PlayStation. MS Desari will lead 2-0.
Dominant stuff. We know he's an accomplished player on both Xbox and PlayStation, MS Desari. He played cross consoles a number of times as well. The experience paying in the first leg here, but it's not over. The Xbox console match will be coming up. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from that game, of course. 2-0 is the lead for Masad Al-Dasari, here representing Saudi Arabia and going rogue.
Well, that was the first chance that came in early. Bit of an annoyance for Stefano Pina. Then he had the second one, of course, which again was just tipped wide by De Gea. I think there were 3 shots. This one, though, was the interesting one, of course. Completely free, one-on-one with the keeper. Slides it out there. Really should have scored. This level of game, you'll not often see those opportunities squandered, but he made it up for it. Ronaldo coming on through, taking the lead.
It was a strong start. We saw a number of chances. He only actually had the 2 shots in that opening game as well, the first half. And then, of course, it switched back into the second half, and it was Al-Dasari once again with a flick up and a header. Henry's cross, I think it took a kind flick off a defender's leg there just to put it higher in the air for Ronaldo to head it past the keeper. And that, of course, put it at 2-0. And that's where we stood at the end of the game, with Masad Al-Dasari leading as he moves into his home console on the Xbox against Stefano Pina from Belgium, PSV Eindhoven.
Yeah, after that 2-0, honestly, the only real highlights were the percentage, the passing numbers, if you like, because it was pure percentage play. And honestly, MS Desari looking commanding, but guess what? We still have the Xbox. We'll see if Stefano can turn it around.
Thank you, boys. Spencer, not a bad way to start, really, for MS Dasari, doing it on his non-preferred console.
Yeah, perfect start for him. We said this was always a chance, though. He's so comfortable on both consoles, and big challenge ahead for Stefano Pina now.
We've seen it the last couple of years, actually, that players don't always win when they win on the opposite console. We saw it last year with Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen for sure, and that's why we have the two legs, and in this case, you need to be able to perform across both consoles. There is a chance for a comeback from Stefano, but against a player of Dasari's calibre, it's going to be tough.
What did you make of that performance for the first leg?
Strong from MS Dasari. It doesn't really feel. I wouldn't even say it's an away console for him. He's actually played tournaments on the PlayStation before. It's not just like he can do it if he needs to. He sometimes chooses to. So he's very comfortable on it, and he had that chance to go 1-0 up early on, which he missed. Could have been more, right?
Yeah, we can see it now. Have a little look at this. You don't expect Ronaldo to miss in these circumstances, do you?
Yeah, it's a very high defensive line from Stefano there, which almost worked against him. It's just a slightly heavy touch from Ronaldo going through there, which allowed De Gea the time to come out and get the ball and stop an early goal.
Stefano Pina still with a chance, like we say. What will he be thinking now, going into this final on the opposite console?
Yeah, I mean, an early goal for him would be fantastic just to get himself back in the mix, because MS Dasari is great at sort of seeing games out. You saw the difference between the first and the second leg in his game against Kurt. Kurt went 1-0 up and 2-1 up in the first semi-final, but when Dasari went into that second leg with a lead, he was just so good at keeping it, and it looked like a completely different match. So Stefano needs to be quick.
Is this where the coaches come into play, the importance of having somebody over your shoulder just to help talk you through things?
Potentially, yeah. Potentially if he wants to make some changes, maybe change formation. I don't know if he's going to do that, because whatever he's done so far in this tournament has served him so well. Stefano, he's been unbeaten. This is quite unfamiliar territory for him.
And if you were MS Dasari's coach, he's chatting there, we can't hear what he's saying, what would he be saying?
It's his cousin as well, right? He's probably thinking about what he's going to do with $250,000. No, he hasn't won it yet. But they're planning, I think, because he looks so comfortable. And also, Dasari, I don't think he needs to change anything. Yeah. Even with the 4-2-2 formation which he was using, he kept with that formation when he went ahead, which shows that he was comfortable. He didn't feel like he needed to go super defensive. So if you see another performance like that, he's got one hand on the trophy.
All right, time for a quick break. When we come back, the second leg of the grand final.
Yang gratisnya PUBG, lu naik mobil.
Nabrak aja. Itu. Tapi itu manusia ngapain jalan di pinggir mobil? Nonton Attack of Titan
Yang season 2-nya aja gue nggak nonton. Komiknya aja gue nggak nulis, nggak baca. Hah?
sampai berapa?
Yang seasonnya kemarin gue nggak nonton.
Kata anak-anak di grup katanya bagus.
Mana ada sih itu tuh kata-katanya bagus lah, Jamban yang bilang jelek siapa?
Gua
Iya, cuma orang kata-katanya lu yang nonton yang ada cewek-cewek ngobrol.
itunya mati satu. Ini siapa ya namanya lupa. Ini toko pentingnya nih. Kita
Oh, lu baca komik. Bukan tokoh penting, memang orang ada di situ si cewek Akus. dia kayak rasanya dia ngelindungin ininya, temannya. Dia dibunuh sama anak kecil. Kan kalau yang sekarang kan yang Eren nih generasi ini masih anak kecil kan, masih agak remaja. Kalau yang komik tuh udah sekitar 4 sampai 6 tahun. Dia udah gede. Gue aja nggak tahu tembok-tembok itu ternyata raksasa. Kan makanya dulu tembok yang dibikin siapa? Lu nggak tahu ya temboknya? Itu tembok tuh ada tiga karena istana. Oh yang pusat istana kerajaan. Tembok pertama, tembok dua, tembok tiga itu ukurannya gitu. Makanya tembok yang ukuran hampir rata-rata 50 meter. Orang zaman itu yang bangun siapa Jamban? Itu katanya kan itu udah dibangun dari zaman dulu, udah berapa ratus tahun. Gila lu. Itu ada titan yang banyak tuh. Apa nih? Ternyata di tembok itu ada sekitar 1 juta titan ukuran kolosal. Dan titan kolosal kan 160 meter. Ternyata di dalam tembok itu ada titan ukuran 50 meter. Tembok tinggi 50 meter. Terpecah kan, temboknya ada yang pecah. Dilihat ada titan, makanya pas si ini kan bilang ini kalau misalnya
Welcome back to the FIFA eWorld Cup. We're at the grand final stage. We've had the first leg of the final, and you can see there that is the goal that MS Dasari made to make it 2-0. Not even on the console that he prefers to play on the PS4. We're switching over to the Xbox next. Stefano Pino with it all to do. Frustrating start to the proceedings for him. But Spencer received alongside me to discuss. It can be done, can't it, Spencer?
Definitely, we've seen some huge comebacks over the years, much bigger than 2-0, so Stefano shouldn't feel that he's counted out yet. Big task ahead, though, probably one of the hardest people to play against in terms of holding on to a lead.
Look at this crowd, Spencer. I keep having a little look around because this is the O2 arena. If you need to have any indication of how much esports has grown over the past few years, you just need to look at this.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky to be involved in FIFA esports for 4 or 5 years now, and when I started, I think the first event I did, I was commentating basically from a kind of studio room. It was tiny, and there was some great players there. Some players that are still in this tournament now, shows how long they've been sticking it out. And over the years, it's absolutely grown so much to be, I mean, in the O2 arena, where can we go from here? Where are we going to be next year? I don't know.
Let's hand over to Choose with a couple of players.
Thank you, guys. I'm with Goal Machine from Canada and also Honey Badger from New Zealand. Now, Goal Machine, you're in the Xbox side of things, and you played against Dasari. Tell me how that match went.
Well, the first leg ended 3-1, and he had a 2-goal lead on me, just like in the first leg in the finals. And second leg, he closed up pretty well. I won 1-0, but I still lost 3-2 in the end. So.
Now, we've seen Dasari. I think he's very impressive. I think it's probably his defensive style is what seems to win him games. I mean, what is it about it that is so different from any other pro?
When he's defending, he never jumps in. He's patient. He waits till you show him the ball, and then he just comes in and takes from you. So that's all I gotta say.
How do you beat MS Dasari?
I mean, in my opinion, you just gotta get a few lucky bounces, or you gotta find a way around his game, because it's not easy.
All right, now, Honey Badger, you did play against Stefano Pina. You drew 5-5 in your matchup. I mean, tell me about the way his play style affected you.
Yeah, he's very tricky around the edge of the box. We had some back and forth game the whole way. Scored like a late bicycle kick with Suarez, but he's a hell of a player, so hopefully he can show up on his away console.
No, I think he's playing 4-2-2, and it's something that he's been using through the entire tournament, and he's mimicking what Dasari's doing. Dasari's also playing 4-2-2 as well. What can he do in the second leg to change things and turn this tie around?
I think he was just a little bit struggling with Dasari's high pressure. I think if he gets the ball to the edge of the box, he'll do some damage, but at the moment he just needs to get through that first 5 seconds of high press, and when he gets to the edge of the box, he should be able to create some goals.
Now, it looks like Pina is more of a, I guess, possession-style player. Is that something he's got to change? What kind of custom tactics would you change if you were on the stage there?
So his pressure and aggression might come up. You'll probably see it towards the later of the game. He'll probably start off with the way he's been playing, because obviously he's been scoring goals. So later in the second leg, he'll up that and try to put Dasari under a lot of pressure.
All right, I will say, you think Dasari's going to win?
PlayStation, I hope, wins, but I think Dasari on his home console will be quite a hard task.
Goal Machine, what about you?
I think Dasari's gonna win. He's a great friend of mine. I wish him the best of luck. So.
All right, so it looks like Dasari's in the lead, and these guys think that he might carry that to victory and take home the $250,000. But let's send it back to Laura, who's on the stage.
Chuboy, thank you very much. This is it, the second leg of the